the panel discussion proper now. And Laura, I'm going to start with yourself. Obviously, we work together at many different companies down through the years. You've got a ton of experience in running MDF programs for companies like, HP, Poly, Avaya, and others. I think obviously at Zoom now. But if I could start with you, so as I said, somebody that's run MDF programs. Be great to get your insight on what drives program adoption and ensure funds are used. I touched on it at the start. Everybody sets out with good intentions. They set up their MDF program, they think about the activities they're going to offer, how that's going to drive demand, generate leads, etc. But the trick then is the execution and the driving adoption, getting that partner engagement. So maybe Laura, if you could share, tricks of the trade, what you've done, what you've seen works, what fails, etc.
Sure. MDF programs really take off when they align with the company's overall business strategy, as well as offer well-defined activities that make it easier for the partners to tap into your program funds. And so it's crucial to get to know your partner ecosystem, make sure you understand how they fit into your market, and making sure you find the right partners to share the same goals and will be able to make a difference to your overall channel. And then once you understand the partner type and the size and the market share, you can figure out the best ways to support them and which marketing activities will resonate best with them. And also, you want to make sure that you have different partners. And so, and that's the great thing about the channel, it's more diverse than ever. And so, different partners will respond to different approaches. So, you need to make sure your MBF program thinks about that and is taking it into consideration. And so ensuring that, you have clear MDF activities, making sure that it's thought about. You can even define them based on different partner types, or if you want to have everybody participate in some, like demand generation or lead generation, product awareness, and make sure that, everything lines up and encourages the partners to be able to support your strategy. I would say the other key component of that is let your partners know what proof of performance is going to be for each of these activities up front. Everyone goes out and does the work. They want to make sure they understand what they need to actually get paid. There is no quicker way to create a bad experience for your partner when they go out and do something and then you don't reimburse them because they didn't know they needed to provide something. So be upfront, show them what the activities are, make it crystal clear and straightforward so that when the partners do submit their claims, you can pay them quickly and it's not seen as a burden. And then it's always great if you leave some money, maybe not, make it as an activity as other or something. We have partners going out there, they know their business, their customers, and they might want to try something new that you as a vendor haven't even thought about. And if you have an other category, they can submit a plan. And as long as it meets your company compliance guidelines and it's something you can measure, it's a great idea to think about being, a little bit outside the box and working with them to create that approach. As you mentioned, Kenneth, partners are dealing with multiple vendors, and we need to make sure that they have a platform that's easy for them to put in their requests and claim, and making sure that the managers of those partners can also see what they're doing to grow the business and how the budgets are being utilized. You need to make sure that the platform is actually being seen as a helpful tool and actually driving the business. So I guess I would say, align your program with your company strategy, make sure that it fits your partners and you can tailor activities based on partner type. Make sure that it's easy to understand and you pay quickly. And then make sure that you leave some budget for new ideas. And then ensuring that your internal channel teams and your marketing managers and have the tools to really support the partners.
That's great, Laura. Yeah, yeah, great advice. There's a lot in there as well. Louise, Carlene, anything you would like to chime in with from your experience to add to what Laura has said there?
Yeah, I would add that I think I completely agree with what Laura said about, everything that she said, but particularly defining the activities. I see quite often companies, they have this MDF, budget, and no one's really quite sure what partners are allowed to do with it. Partners don't quite know. Sales team think it could be for one thing, marketing think it could be for another. So defining the activities that are, part of the MDF remit is really important. But I think as well, it's really, really important to ask your partners what they've done previously and what works. So you can absolutely have your shopping list as a vendor of, these are the things that we're going to fund. But that conversation with the partner and working with them, and that collaborative motion, and what have you done that's worked in the past, and and that experience, in order to actually make best use of your funds, go with what the partner has done in the past and that is successful.
Yeah, no,
I
that's great,
agree.
Louise. Yeah, and I think, sorry, Carlina. Yeah, I think Louise, what Laura said there as well. I kind of made a mental note myself. Is cross-pollinating that into other partners as well. That's a great idea. Like you're literally learning from your partners. That's much more along the lines of true partnership, and everybody wins in that situation. So I would say to the audience, probably a key nugget there is always allow for that other bucket in your activities. Whether it's 10 or 20% of the budget, you can decide. But, there's great partners out there. They work with other vendors. It's a great way to learn best practice, what's working in the channel at any given time. And again, as Laura said there, being able to deal with all the partner types in the ecosystem and having that flexibility to offer them activities that are relevant to them, that is what drives true program adoption. It's, one size fits all is not going to work. We're way past that in today's channel ecosystem. So sorry, Carlina, you were going to jump in.
No, that's spot on. I was also going to say, we've seen this before too, where we've supported some new ideas from our partners and they've turned out to be very fruitful. And as long as we're tracking back and having that partnership with them, some of the wildest ideas end up being very opportunistic for both the partner and for the vendor as well. So I agree on that, and not kind of defining it too much where you don't have that wiggle room is also very important, and a good thought to think through as you build the MDF program.
That's great. Thanks very much. Okay.